What's good, people? Kai Storm in the building. New review for That One Voice Revised Edition. New reasons to get this book. Thank you for joining my channel today for my unpopular opinion. But of course, I got to tell you about my book because I got to get you to buy my book. Yes, indeed. Hit me up. Get yourself an autographed copy. $15. The purchase information will be in the description. Now let's get to the review.
And no shade, I don't care who be in my views. I'm posting what I want to post.
What's good, people? Kai Storm in the building. My unpopular opinions in the building. Yes, indeed. We're doing Real Housewives of Atlanta in the building. Dynasty, Diamonds, and Drama. Dynasty, Diamonds, and Drama. Okay, yes. The ladies continue their Dallas getaway as they prepare for Cynthia's lavish dynasty-themed gala to celebrate her tequila brand. But what was meant to be glamorous quickly turns dramatic. We already know it's going to go down. So, yes, let's get into it right away. Of course, you already know when I'm dolled up, it's because I'm coming from doing a live episode of Motherhood, Sex, Marijuana, the podcast. We go live every Sunday, 7 p.m., 4 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Pacific Time. Yes. And yes, so I'm going to go ahead and get this review, like and subscribe, keep it cute in the comments, get yourself an autographed copy of That One Voice Revised Edition, and of course, check out my channel sponsor, bougiestoner.co, for all your elevated needs. Of course, we start the episode where we left off at where, you know what I'm saying, where Kelly was yelling at Portia like, bitch, I don't want your hot chili cheese hot pocket. And Portia begins in confessional telling a story about how apparently Kelly got a look at her platinum puss and wanted some, and told motherfucking told this bitch what the fuck I forgot what this chick name, but she told this chick apparently, and the funny shit is that this chick said, I don't even remember what the fuck she talking about. When did this scissoring happen? When did the attempt to scissor happen? So maybe it happened in fucking, child, why I can't remember nobody's name right now. I'm gonna start again. Shamir. So apparently, motherfucking Portia is telling a story that Shamir was told by Kelly after Kelly saw the platinum puss that she wanted some of the platinum puss. Shamir does not recall. Shamir cannot recall. The only person that can recall is Portia. And all of a sudden they went from discussing that to talk about actual rose, the toy rose, and who likes the rose, and who used the rose and didn't want to use the rose no more. And all of a sudden everybody's laughing and drinking, and K. Michelle looked around and said, wait a minute, y'all bitches was just arguing, and now everybody good? Everybody good? Is that how y'all get down? Y'all just argue for 1 second and the next second everybody happy? Okay, then copy that. Next scene came when they tried to talk to Shamir about, you know, whatever's going on with her and Portia, and Shamir's like, yo, whatever's going on with Portia is done. Like, y'all need to let that go. And not for nothing, I agree. Like, let her have something else going on. I mean, if she can have something else going on, because honestly, what else she got going on but this, other than this liquor that her husband don't believe in, and she kind of don't believe in because she don't know if she wasting her money. Like, but we are going to be looking forward to Cynthia's tequila launch, because that's the reason why they're in Dallas in the first place. So, but hopefully she learns some lessons from Cynthia and her launch and whatever she gonna be doing, right? Just saying. I am currently confusion. So while I'm gonna attempt to explain it like I understood it, I'm just going to say it I'm just going to start by saying that I am in confusion. Because first of all, we have a scene where the ladies are coming down for breakfast. Okay, well, before that, they went to dinner. Pinky got sick. She was throwing up. She, headed, back to the house early. The ladies ate and, headed back to the house. Next morning, everybody's waking up for breakfast and saying, who arrested who, and, Pinky saying that, she was throwing up, but she feel much better, and she was thankful for Cynthia, because Cynthia brought her ginger ale and water and checked on her and this and that. Then everybody's down eating breakfast except K. Michelle. Phaedra goes check on K. Michelle. K. Michelle shows up, and then you ask her one question, and she starts crying, and she starts cussing out of nowhere, talking about, somebody's plotting to get her to say some shit about her on the show. First thing is going to have something to do with funky ass Drew trying to say that, that K. Michelle is fucking her or is involved with her boyfriend, based on the fact that K. Michelle let it out that homeboy was in her DMs, and then it's gonna be a next plot for people to say something else about her, and she just cussing at people, and apparently she shared this information with Kelly and Shamia. And Kelly and Shamia don't want to say nothing about it because K. Michelle already told them not to tell nobody or not to say nothing on camera. Now, on one hand, it looked like, some plot-driven script based on producer, conversations and producer input. At the same time, it also looks confusing, because if this is, it could be possible that, because Drew did try to make sure and put it out there that K. Michelle and Black know each other, so it could, that could be some drama that they trying to draw up in order to, have a storyline for the show. But, at the same time, it just comes out a little mysterious based on the fact that K. Michelle crying and nobody know what the fuck she crying about. So, they blaming Drew, though. They automatically blaming Drew, and Drew is automatically like, bitch, I don't know what the fuck you talking about. I don't know what Shamia including me for, and her and Shamia going back and forth. And one thing I always notice, that when groups divide, there's always some extra shit on one side and some other extra shit on the other side. Cause on one side you got Cynthia, Portia, Phaedra, Drew, and motherfucking Angela, and they all talking about K, and they talk about K. Michelle, and they talking about how, Shamia is the battery that's is spicing up all this shit because she's still mad that she not friends with Portia. So there's a spice going on, and K. Michelle is on the opposite side of them, with following up the spice. And on the other side where K. Michelle is K. Michelle, Shamia, Kelly, and motherfucking Pinky, and they're all discussing the fact that, according to K. Michelle is saying that Portia, Phaedra, and Drew are plotting against her, and they came out and said some shit because and they plotted against her because, first of all, Drew is gonna be talking about this black shit, and Phaedra Phaedra and Portia is co-signing it, and on top of that, they was Portia made a joke about some oysters because apparently there was some oysters that they were all looking at while they were at dinner, and Portia was looking at each one, checking each one, and saying, "Oh yes," and then after she checked all of them, she was like, "Oh yeah, all of these vaginas are clean," and then she said, "You know what? Maybe one of them, this one is not too clean," and apparently, K. Michelle took that personally. She said it because apparently Portia was referring to her based on a long time ago. There was a rumor about motherfucking K. Michelle's Hot Pocket, and Mano and other motherfuckers saying that K. Michelle's Hot Pocket stink. So she took that shit personally. Now, do I think all of this is a bit of a motherfucking stretch? Hell yeah. Is it stretching for a plot line? Clearly. Because y'all going way too far with this bullshit. K. Michelle, you going way too far with this bullshit here. Again, I am full-fledged in confusion. Because we have a scene, I guess, where you know what I'm saying, where the ladies are, walking around the house, everybody's getting comfortable to where they going to go by the pool or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Shamia has on a thong, ass is assing like a motherfucker. Because even I myself said it before Cynthia said it, like, bitch, we all just gonna be staring at your ass because just your ass is out, and it goes back to the point that I be making. Why the fuck is you wearing these type of outfits when you hanging out with just females? But you know what I mean? Like, it seemed like a lot to be hanging out with your females. You know what I mean? And then Shamia tells everybody, come outside, so we can all have a conversation. And Shamia is looking at K. Michelle like, yo, free my name. Tell these bitches that I didn't start shit. You came to us. You told us not to tell nobody. And we just kept your word. So everybody keeps saying, I'm starting shit. I ain't start shit. I ain't had nothing to do with shit. I ain't start shit. Fuck out of here. And then K. Michelle made a comment talking about somebody made a little remark and they trying to act stupid like they ain't mean the remark for me, but they meant the remark for me. And of course they pan right to Portia because the remark about the stink oyster and referring to Punani, like I'm pretty sure when Portia, when you talk to her about it with Portia, she gonna be like, bitch, I wasn't even talking about you. I don't know what the fuck you talking about for you to be talking about, making a reference to you. If anything, you pointing yourself out. You pointing your fucking self out. But instead of coming at Portia, she let it go. Portia don't even know what she talking about, but Portia had the look on her face like, bitch, you won't say, you keep saying you frustrated, but you won't say who you frustrated with. And then she started bucking up at Drew, and Drew started bucking up at her, and they started bucking up at each other, and this is all over Black. And it's like everybody looking around like, y'all doing all this bucking over Black, bitch? Like, for real? Like, you doing all this bucking over Black? Like the one dude that neither one of y'all claim y'all fucking. Like, K. Michelle claims she not fucking because she married, and Drew claims she not fucking because that's her friend. That's her friend. First of all, I gotta make sure and point out that there's extra 15 minutes on this episode. Second of all, this argument that they had was all before Glam, before they got ready for the Dallas versus was it Dallas was his versus, oh my god, what was it, either way, the whole fucking, event to do Cynthia's liquor, you know what I mean? I forgot, was it Dallas versus, either way, but I'm gonna remember in a minute. I promise you I'm gonna remember in a minute. But yes, so did I put it on pause, Lord? But the ladies are arguing back and forth because, first of all, Shamia want to make sure and tell Angela to keep her name out her mouth because Shamia is blaming Angela for the demise of the relationship between her and Portia, because it was Angela who was continuously reporting back, carrying all the bones back to Portia, which had them two in a situation where they didn't like each other anymore. Now they're arguing, and it's all Angela's fault. Now, there was a little bit of buck up going on, but Pinky tried to calm it down. Cynthia is in the middle, just in the whole days, like, bitch, I just want to be on the beach sipping a drink and minding my business, and I'm hoping that my motherfucking event goes okay even with these bitches. But she literally said, get up, go to Glam, get dressed, let's all head to the event. And after that, I don't give a fuck what y'all bitches do. But it kind of looks like the event not going to happen, because it looks like there's some sort of storm. And that's what they're going to be showing next. But Cynthia has officially checked out. She don't give a fuck about the fights in between these bitches. She just want her event to go off smoothly. Yeah, I had to hear Cynthia say it's Dynasty meets Dallas. Yes. And see, when I think about it, my favorite was more Dynasty than Dallas. But yes, I loved either one. I loved both of them. Child, I forgot to mention that Cynthia brought in some old white man that with a whole lot of jewelry and is just dressing up all the ladies with $100,000 to $200,000 worth of jewelry. Baby, it's serious money on these people's necks and ears and everything, just for Dallas versus Dynasty. Classy, very, very, very classy, Cynthia, very classy. Everybody's dressed. Everybody's looking cute, and everybody's got $1 million diamonds on. So, you know what I mean? We're heading out in the Sprinter, and the Sprinter has police escort heading to the venue. On the way, Cynthia gets a call from the venue saying that, things are happening. It's storming outside. Therefore, the event can't happen outside because she wanted it to happen outside. But based on what I'm looking at like the venue look like they got an inside, and I'm pretty sure they're going to just move everything to the inside because Cynthia said, we still coming. And even though you hear people saying, well, we driving into the storm, I mean, as they driving into the storm, you already know that the plot is going to go where they reach at the place and they're going to get to go inside, and the event is going to all of a sudden be inside because, hello, the place, like I said, definitely looked like a place where they could move the event to inside. So, anyway, that's what we expect to see, and that's what I'm looking for to be happening after the commercial. What did I say? What did I say? I said that the spot that they was throwing this party, that yes, the outside was beautiful. It was all kind of beautiful, a landscape and all kind of things going on, pool outside, this and that and other. But they obviously moved the party inside. The inside was decorated anyway. It looked like the inside was decorated anyway, because I'm pretty sure they couldn't have just got all that down well while they was driving to the spot. The rain slowed down. Everybody showed up. Everything is looking good, and Cynthia's happy. You know what I mean? It worked out. It absolutely worked out. You know what I mean? So and now Cynthia's making her announcement. And it's all good. It's all bueno. And K Michelle is literally, playing nice with Portia, talking about she going to play nice for now until they get back to Atlanta. But she made sure and told her husband about the argument she had with Drew. You know what I mean? Everybody's husband showed up, and so that's why K Michelle husband is here in order to even hear about this argument with Drew. And they end the episode with the ladies going home, everybody packing up and leaving, Cynthia looking like the gladdest motherfucker, ready to go and ready to let these bitches go about their business, go about their way. You know what I'm saying? Like, however shit ended is however shit ended. And she ain't lying when she said we still trying to figure out who the fuck she trying to figure out who the fuck K Michelle was talking about. She already revealed she was talking about Portia, Phaedra, and motherfucking Drew. She only had it out with Drew. She ain't had it out with Portia or Phaedra yet. So apparently that's supposed to happen when they get back to Atlanta. Either way, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Keep it cute in the comments. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself an autographed copy of that one, Voice Revised Edition. Of course, check out my channel sponsor, BougieStoner.co. And of course, check out Motherhood Sex Marijuana, the podcast. We just shot our first episode of season 11 today. And we got 8 episodes already planned in the books. So be in the building for all of it. See you later.